It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show. What an incredible Monday it has been, filled with inspiration, filled with all the good stuff. So let's keep that theme going right now. And that's why I brought in JP Sebastian.
Dancing, you bring in the most sedentary person who sits in dark rooms for a living.
You give us hope, you give us inspiration, and you give us a lot of reasons to get entertainment boxes ticked. And speaking of, it's the Euro Movies Festival, the movie festival for Europe happening. It happened.
Yes, it started this weekend already. So European Film Festival in South Africa, this is the 11th one. And by the way, if you Google it, this is the website that you'll see. And it's important that I give you this website because not only are they showing on 2 screens in South Africa, which might not sound like much, it's Ster-Kinekor, Rosebank, The Zone, and also the Lobby Theatre in Cape Town. But coolest of all, I know how much we all love free stuff. You can stream 11 of these 14 movies on offer free of charge on the website.
Beautiful. So, everyone is, if it's not for free, it's not for me. Well, we've got you. We've given you an answer. JP's come through. That's why he's here today.
And
nice, man.
It looks like there's something for everyone, and I'll talk about some that caught my eye. And
have you put a little list together for us, maybe?
Well, I haven't seen all of these, and I definitely will be exploiting this possibility. This is what the streaming page looks like, by the way. So I want to see Sweet Dreams because that caught my eye. After that, you'll be taken to a page where you can watch it.
Oh, that's
so
incredible.
if you just Google Euro Film Fest, it's yours to watch. Aside from those 2 places I mentioned, there are also community viewings from Kailicha to Masipumelele, etc. Just check on the website. All the listings and the information are there. So this one, Sweet Dreams, is the first one that sticks out for me, and this is the offering from the Netherlands. What's important here is that it's the official submission by the Netherlands to the Academy for consideration for an Oscar, I think for next year. So it's not that it's nominated, but it's their country's forerunner.
Okay.
And it's...
and something that they're getting behind as well, right?
Absolutely. So of all the movies that were made in the Netherlands, this is the one they chose to represent them at the World Cup of Film.
Okay.
And so it's this really sickly, from the colors you can see, it's like this weird sweet, which makes sense because it's all set on a sugar plantation in colonial Indonesia.
Yeah, okay.
And this hypnotic sort of exotic look to it. I don't want to abuse that term because that's got its own problems. But the story being is that the master of this plantation, who obviously has one of the ways with one of his servants, has a child with her, out of wedlock, of course, and decides in his will to leave it to this child who is obviously half Indonesian, half Dutch, which causes a stir in the family who all had wanted a piece of the pie.
Yes.
They thought that they were all going to get hands-on with the plantation, and as you can see, death and chaos ensues, rabbit hole of who's going to backstab who. But what's interesting here is it looks like it's got like a story about feet in 2 different places. So the kid, like I said, being this mixed race situation. I think that at one point they're offered the Indonesian mother and the kid to come back to Europe, and oh, don't worry, we'll make it nice there, we'll seal the deal, and we'll secure the handover. But are they going to get backstabbed themselves? But at the same time, they've got an Indonesian love interest who is like, just come with me. Let's run to the forest. Let's get away from this colonial nonsense. These people, obviously, this movie is really important because somehow the Netherlands has slipped the noose on representation of its colonialism as being nicer, more humane somehow. But obviously, it digs deep into the true exploitation and
bringing up some pertinent questions.
The menace. But what's interesting, because obviously on the heels of stuff like Triangle of Sadness, it's got a very satirical look at this. So it's a bit clownish at times by the looks of things, but also really, really beautiful. Next one.
It looks like a beautiful watch indeed. Love to see it. Next up, we've got, is it Io Capitano?
Italian for I am the captain. And as you can tell from the poster already, you're going to deal with something that's dips itself into the realm of magical realism. Another important point here about these European films is, even though this is the Italian representative, and this year at the Oscars, it was nominated. So it was actually at the ceremony.
Notable watch.
Yes, it's huge acclaim that was given to this one. What I was saying is particularly notable is even though the Dutch one is from the Netherlands, it's shot in Indonesia, and obviously Io Capitano, which is from Italy, is about life in Senegal trying to make its way to Europe.
Shot in Senegal?
I don't exactly know the particular details, but I know it's the story of 2 cousins who are from Senegal who cross all the way through to Libya into the Mediterranean Sea, and it's that harrowing nightmare journey to try and get to Europe for migrants.
And if you look at the current climate, you understand that tumultuous journey that actually is to get through some of these areas.
I mean,
it's insane.
The Mediterranean is a graveyard.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, aside from that, you have boats of fascists who are trying to stop people get to a more dignified life. Hopefully the movie delves into those colonial themes as well. Io Capitano, like I said, was nominated for an Oscar. It looks gorgeous, but also it looks like it has a touch of, behind the horror of the whole situation, this magical sort of element of mother just hanging over the shoulder, begging him to come back, begging him to stay safe.
Raw but enchanting. That's what I'm getting from this. All right, next on the list, is this violent? It's called Kneecap.
I hope it is as violent as possible, because again, colonial themes. As you can see, Maggie Thatcher with a couple of darts in her face there, rightfully.
And is there a country getting behind this one as well?
Obviously, this is offered by, well, it says Ireland for... a lot of these also went to Toronto International Film Festival, made their debut at Sundance, I think this one did.
Okay.
But this is Ireland's official submission for consideration to the Academy, and it's the true story of a hip-hop group from Ireland who rap in Irish. The language is called Irish. It's not, in fact, Gaelic. They refer to it as the Irish
And that's
language.
not very common, right? That's like representing a language that's almost dead.
Again, two worlds within one world kind of thing.
Yeah.
And in terms of almost dead, 80,000 people only speak it in all of the unified Ireland, which ideally it will be unified eventually. And in Northern Ireland, where this is based, it is only, I think, 6,000 people. And these three rappers, who are also the stars in their own biopic, are fluent Irish speakers, and they unwittingly became poster boys for this very militant reclamation of their tongue from the English that suppressed the language, and even to this day, the English politicians in Northern Ireland, or the Unionists, who try to make it a second-class language. So this is Ireland's official offering. This one I'm really excited for. The director was like, it's possibly a sketchy idea, getting rappers to play themselves, but apparently they did a brilliant job, and I am super keen to see this one. This one, sadly, won't be streaming, but it might be because there are such beautiful ones. Hopefully, if we can just show, but because I've eaten too much of my own time here, of the peasants, because that's just beautiful to look at, will be on the big screen as well, with 14 other offerings.
Right,
the peasants, just look at this drama. Don't worry, I won't speak too much. Fleeting Expresso's time here, but it's 1,000 painters who made this. And especially in a time where like AI is producing
Are you
schlock,
speaking of
grey,
the cover
gooey
art
mess.
that we were just looking
the
at right
entirety
now?
of 40,000 paintings to make this movie. Look, use your eyes. Absolutely
Oh,
beautiful.
the actual movie itself. I don't know if you guys are picking this up right now, but if you look and pay attention, it literally looks like a moving painting. I think that's what JP is referring to.
Poland's
It's
offering,
insane.
and previously they did Loving Vincent, 6 paintings for every second. 100 artists did the keyframes, and then 1,000 artists altogether did all the entirety of the motion. Absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful stuff. Well,
Big
JP
screen, that
Sebastian
one.
coming
Upstream
through with
as
an
well.
incredible website. Every reason to get behind this festival. It is
Until
the
the
Eurofest.
20th.
Taking up until the 20th of October, so you've got a lot of time to cash in on this. Don't tell you we didn't plug you in. It's all for free. It's not for free. It's not for me. Well, we've got you, Mzansi, and we've got you for more magic in just a moment, just after this. But again, JP Sebastian, thank you so much for coming through with the good stuff. Truly appreciate you, man. A good reason to get educated and have some fun. See you after this.
Only